Hello all MRBers and welcome to another video with me, Mike McRuck. I am one half of the McRuck Bolt Wrestling Review Show. Right now I'm going to deliver to you my review for WWE NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Now, before I get into the actual matches on the card, what I like about this show is that this didn't feel like your typical standard match card as the show progressed. Usually, on your average NXT TakeOver, the last three matches are the championship matches. I like that they didn't do that here again. You know, they've done that in previous NXT TakeOvers. That gives it that nice and refreshing take on it. And I like that this show kicked off the NXT Tag Team Championship match to start it off. It was the Undisputed Era taking on the number one contenders, the Authors of Pain. And what happens in this match is that Undisputed Era retains the Tag Team Champions as I predicted. Now, this was just an okay opener. It's a decent start. I felt like the match was just a little bit too long. I think maybe 5 minutes could have been trimmed to really trim the fat here. But it paced itself pretty well, I thought. The only thing that I have to nitpick about this match is that, you know, AOP are monsters. They're big dudes. They're like 6'5", 6'6", 300 pounds. I feel like that when Undisputed Era were working on one of them's injured leg, they started working on that a little too early. You want to establish the monsters first as monsters, and then you start knocking them down. That's my only little gripe about the match. But the match itself, it was fine. It did what it needed to do. I thought the right team went over, and I guess it's AOP's write-off match. So, like I said, it's an okay opener. And the second match on the card, it was the Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno. The winner of this match was the Velveteen Dream, rightfully so. I feel like that this match started off promising. I like that whole gimmick of the Velveteen Dream wanted to knock out Cassius Ohno in 30 seconds or less. He done it. The crowd went nuts over it. I enjoyed that spot. But everything after that was just a little slow and it was a little sloppy. This match was rough around the edges. It ended fine, but the match itself was just there on the card. When I look at Cassius Ohno, I just don't see what direction NXT is going to go with him as of now. He's just floundering on the NXT roster. I don't see what the potential is there with Cassius Ohno at this point. I really don't. With the Velveteen Dream, I see the potential there. He has a gimmick, he has his shtick, he has this whole Prince thing going for him. I would like to see NXT go more further with the character. You know, go full Goldust, like, or whatever it is. They're only going halfway with it, I think. I think they really need to go all in if they want to go all in. And I appreciate the Velveteen Dream using this gimmick. Even though it's a gimmick that is a little stereotypical. You know, there are certain gimmicks I just don't want to see people do. But when the Velveteen Dream does this gimmick, he does something with it. Again, this match it started fine, but it just kind of went downhill from there. But I like the little things. You know, I like the shirtless dude and the woman, you know, giving the Velveteen Dream the mouth guard during his ring entrance. I thought that was a nice touch, you know. But Cassius Ohno should be some kind of character. I just don't see it. The Velveteen I do. Cassius Ohno I don't. This match in itself had its place on the card. I think this match should have been the opener to really know what you're going to do with the match. But again, I'm not going to deprive that. The next match on the card was Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler, NXT Women's Championship match. Heading into this match, I was really worried. I thought that, if Shayna Baszler lost this match, then why on earth would you bring her up in the first place? If Ember Moon lost this match, you would pretty much lose a short reign, and you really don't want that as of this point with Ember Moon's NXT Championship reign. I'm okay with what they did here, and I hence the word okay. I don't mind when a monster, is being portrayed as a monster. You had Shayna Baszler hold on to Ember Moon's arm pretty much the entire ending of the match, and you get that whole thing where Ember Moon rolls Shayna Baszler up for the 1-2-3, and you're not burying Shayna Baszler because Shayna Baszler is only caught off guard, but in the same time you're giving an Ember Moon a 1-2-3, a clear definitive win, when I think what you really should have done was some sort of wishy-washy count-out victory for either one of them, maybe like a Shayna Baszler, and then you would go into what you did after, which was to have Shayna Baszler hold on to that submission hold and make Ember Moon pass out. What you end up doing here is that you have Shayna Baszler eat the pinfall, and then you wait a moment for Ember Moon to raise the title, and then you have Shayna Baszler attack her from behind. I don't know what NXT was trying to do here, because I felt like they were just kind of playing it safe. And to me, this is a match that you could have done a lot more than what you've actually done here. I appreciate both Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon trying to work the match and trying to tell the story. There was a little bit something there. There was a story hidden in here somewhere. But again, like I said, the story could have been further. You could have went further with it. I'm actually glad that Ember Moon is still the champion. That's one thing I'm glad, because if she lost this match, I'm like, dude, you're ending a short reign. Like, why would you do that? But in the same time, you had Shayna Baszler eat the pinfall. Like I said, the wishy-washy finish would have been a lot better here. The next match on the card was Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, baby! An Extreme Rules match. I gotta tell you something. This match on the card was the match of the night. And I would even go a step further. The Aleister Black Adam Cole Extreme Rules match is, to me, the match of the year. This worked on so many levels. This match was outstanding. Exciting match. And it's not just the bumps and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of good spots in here, like both of them having the kendo sticks. Aleister drops it down. He says he's not going to use it. And Adam Cole is screaming at him, "Ha, you are stupid. You shouldn't have dropped that," or whatever it was. I love the little story elements here. And I love the bumps as well. That spot where Adam Cole put the two chairs together, but it was Adam Cole that got the chairs on his spine. It was a nice cringeworthy moment. There were some good, brutal moments in this match that worked. I love the bumps in it. And I also like the interference. It made sense that the Undisputed would come out eventually, and then later on you have Sanity come out and it's all chaos. And then you had that spot with Aleister Black and Adam Cole on the announce table. That was really good. And then you have Aleister Black win the match. I thought the right guy went over here. And like I said, this was the match of the night. Absolutely no question about it. The main event on NXT TakeOver Philadelphia was Andrade Cien Almas defending the title against Johnny Gargano. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of heat for this. A lot of likes or a lot of dislikes, I don't know. But I'm about to tell you exactly what I feel during the match. Now, while I do appreciate the in-ring work both Cien and Johnny Gargano did in the match, the stuff they done in the ring was good. However, with that said, for a match to tell the story of an underdog, where you have Johnny Gargano going on a losing streak, and then he gets another win and another win in a number one contenders match, and he gets to face Cien for the title, I was hoping that they would tell the story of an underdog trying to get to that NXT championship. This match should have been a lot more of Cien getting the offense more than Johnny Gargano would. And it seemed like it was 50-50. It was the amount of offense that Johnny Gargano got in was the same amount of offense that Andrade Cien almost got in. And for a match that was trying to tell the story what it wanted to tell the story with, it just didn't execute it the way it should have. I'm sorry, but this match I think is really overrated by a lot of fans. I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter. I've seen them on YouTube talking about how awesome this match was. This was like the match of the year according to some people. I really disagree with that. I don't see how this is a match of the year when the story you were trying to tell didn't match to what you were doing in the ring. This is the type of thing that bothers me when people really overrate a match. Anyway, but here's some other things that I really want to talk about. You have Johnny Gargano. The guy just comes across as a natural, organic babyface that is rare to see in the WWE today. I like the guy. He's a likable dude. You have Andrade Cien Almas, whose heater is his manager, Zelina Vega. And you have Zelina Vega, working the match, expressing her feelings on the apron. I love what she was doing. And you get that spot where you have Zelina Vega interfering a couple of times, and then you get Candice LeRae attacking Zelina Vega. To me, that was the best spot of the match, is when that happened and when they went off. And then the two, Andrade and Johnny Gargano, were doing their thing in the ring. And then you get to the finish, and I was hoping that Tommaso Ciampa would come out during the match instead of after the match to really have an impact to the overall match and the overall show as well. You would have had a much stronger impact if you had Tommaso Ciampa come out at the end of the match, cost Johnny Gargano the NXT Championship, and then you're off to the races with the two of them. Instead, what does NXT do? They wait till after the match, when Johnny Gargano was up on the stage, and you have Tommaso Ciampa use his crutch to Johnny Gargano on the back. I'm sorry, but that should have happened at the close to the end of the match to really get the impact. I think that NXT really dropped the ball with the main event. Not overly dropped the ball. It was an okay match, but there was so much more that you could have done with this match. That's just my opinion, but overall, this show was good, but it wasn't a great one. You have one really outstanding match, that was the Extreme Rules match. Every other match that happened on the card just didn't measure up to that match. Those are my thoughts, and I'm sticking to them. My question to you, if you saw NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, what did you think about it? Feel free to leave those comments right here in the comment section below. And you can also become an MRBer on this wrestling review show.